happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that listen to our podcast. Thank you for going on this journey with us. And I'm very thankful for so many things in my life, but especially just this platform for Erin and I to chat, but also make friends. You guys are so wonderful when we see you out on the road and you say hi and say you listen to the podcast or you have a cute sign or whatever it is. We love you and we thank you and we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I love that. Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. You go talk to your friends, talk to me. I really want to go to Vancouver for the Eras tour. We have zero fucking time to do that.
You know
but she's like so emotional in this Toronto tour. We're crying, we're upset. Think about how much her life has evolved in the Eras tour. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Her last weekend is coming up and I really, really would love to go.
Jennifer Thompson, my sister and my niece are going. And
is it this weekend?
Very jealous. I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Is there any way we can go?
Oh my God, I'm off.
Oh my God, you are off. I'm not. When is it though? Maybe I could make it work. Well, I'll be in Minnesota I'll be in Kansas City on Thursday and Friday. I'll be on Minnesota on Saturday, and I'm supposed to be at Fox on Sunday.
Debatable.
So it might be tough. Welcome everybody to the Calm Down podcast, where we are in our football era, where my girl just got off a flight from Green Bay, her second trip to Green Bay this week.
He'll go to the last show. He will, because his game is on Friday.
His game's on Friday. Yeah,
He'll
we have
go
their
to the
game for Black
last
Friday.
show. Is it this weekend?
I don't know. Look it up while I tell everybody what we're going to talk about.
December 6th, not this weekend.
Wait.
Just made this whole scenario in our heads.
But wait, like most things that we do in life, because we try to convince ourselves of things. Okay, well, we could go then. Oh, you can't.
I'm in LA. Well, I'm in LA.
Wait, you're in LA that weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to figure this out offline. Anyone that knows this podcast and know it was named Calm Down, not because of Taylor Swift, but it's really worked out that way because we love her. You understand the need and want to finish this thing out.
Yeah.
London, still dream of London. London I'm so glad we did that. Okay. I'm so glad we also are in week 12. Well, week 12 is over tonight after the Ravens-Chargers game, since we tape our podcast on Monday. Erin was in Green Bay. I was in Cleveland. We're going to chat about that. We're also going to talk about Christmas shopping and why I'm never doing it again with Steve. We're talking about my New Year's resolutions. I'm starting before New Year's. There's a whole thing there. And then Erin has a follow-up to some of your guys' comments on her talking to me on the phone while in line ordering a smoothie. All right? And with that, we say, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Calm Down podcast. You're straight off a plane. The delays are starting. It is Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Our podcast comes out on Thursday. It will be obviously
Happy Thanksgiving.
So happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that listen to our podcast. Thank you for going on this journey with us. And I'm very thankful for so many things in my life, but especially just this platform for Erin and I to chat, but also make friends. You guys are so wonderful when we see you out on the road and you say hi and say you listen to the podcast or you have a cute sign or whatever it is. We love you and we thank you and we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I love that. Just got back from Green Bay. The airports are starting to get crowded. Enjoy every minute of being on Al Michaels' plane on weekends like this. It's a lot. But yeah, there were delays. It's just flying through O'Hare is the Home Alone movie every single time. I did it 4 times this week flying through O'Hare.
Wow.
Kevin! It's wild. It's fucking wild. And today I was like, I knew we were going to be delayed. I knew like I was going to, and you just laugh to yourself. I'm like, okay. But it was fine. Yeah, it was good. But today, this week, a short week for us. We leave Wednesday. Calls start tomorrow. Already got to send my box out in 45 minutes, which I haven't packed for Dallas. But there you have it. And then it's week 14.
Let's go. I know. As sometimes these weeks, I don't know, I guess it's like when you have children, as they say, the days are long, but the years are quick kind of a thing. Yeah. This feels, and maybe you can't say this right now because you're just on the heels of a terrible flight home, but it feels fast. It's week 13.
It feels fast. It always flies right after Thanksgiving. Like, this is where it's just like, wait, what happened? We're doing Super Bowl stuff now. What's going on? So yeah, it's flown. I'm going to do a little bit of non-bitching right now, which I know is exciting. And Steve and Jarrett would appreciate this portion of the show. Lambeau's fucking cool. Yeah. Lambeau's fucking cool at night. It's just, the people are so nice. Our game, sucked. It was such a bummer that Brock and Nick Bosa didn't play. And they have a bunch, Trent Williams and so forth. And it wasn't the matchup we had wanted, but it looked like they were going to have a little bit of a chance in there. But Lambeau at night, it is just such a time. It is so great. I had a chance to sit down with Jordan Love this weekend, and Charissa and I speak all the time about a producer that does our features. His name is Joel Santos. He's the most talented person I think I've ever worked with. Holy shit, that feature. And Jordan was so lovely in it. And I thought the parts where he was looking over at Lambeau were really great, but it was shot so beautifully. It made Lambeau look like a cathedral. I loved it so much. Any sports geek out there, if Kevin said this yesterday, if you haven't gone to Lambeau and you love sports, make a trip. It's so fun.
If you cover sports, you never forget your first trip to Lambeau. I think even Tom said it on your guys' broadcast, where it's like, it is the Mecca of the NFL and all of the storied history and Vince Lombardi's name up on, the Ring of Honor and just sort of everything that comes with Lambeau. But I just have to say, and this is again, yes, there's always the X's and O's of football and we study our ass off and all these other stuff, but I'm going to be the girl for a second. Seeing you in that interview, like lit perfectly and your hair off to one side and you had this skirt on with nylons and heels and like, we don't often see our girl in like a short skirt. But it was classy. It was everything in like the lights, and you brought the best out in him, and you're the best to do those. You have a way of disarming people, and it was fun to watch as a fan of football, but also, just having done a million of my own interviews, to watch you get the best out of him. I really enjoyed it, and you should be very proud of yourself. And yes, it was a bitch to get to and do all that, but in the end, you never regret doing it because it's worth it. So,
did you love my H&M leather ski
suit?
No
I wore that was from H&M, Erin.
Yes, it was. How cool is that? And it's fake leather, but how I was keeping that from you. I was about to FaceTime you as I was walking out the door and being like, look how fucking awesome this is, but I didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Okay,
so I was so excited.
Wasn't it cool? Yesterday, I was waiting for you. I was actually home by myself. Steven went to the Rams game. I didn't get home until later, and so I couldn't go to it, but he was gone. It was that moment where like I walked in the door, and I love Steve. So we get it. We love Steve. But it's the moment that I know I'm walking through that door and no one's home, and I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine after I take a shower and wash all my makeup off, and I'm going to sit on that couch and I'm going to watch the Sunday night game. And it's like, I just can do anything I want. Do you want the temperature hot? Do you want the temperature cold? No one's talking to you. It's great. So I was like waiting for you to call me because for our normal Sunday, but then I figured
I almost did.
It was so late, but I almost called you and I was like, she's like, whatever, probably having a cocktail.
Anyway, in a meeting room having 17 cocktails.
But when we were on our text chain with Con and she asked you, she's like, that's from H&M and you didn't respond. And I was like, oh, there's no way. And I say that like in the best way, because there's nothing better than having a fucking rad outfit. And you're like, nope, it was Amazon or it was H&M or it was whatever. It was good.
How cool is it?
Really good. Yeah. Someone said on your comments, you look like a Russian spy. Yeah.
I've worn or a fighter pilot. I've worn everything you could possibly wear at Lambeau, Green Bay, cooler temperatures. And my cutie cute stylist, Daniela, was like, let's try this like ski suit. And I was like, I don't know. And I tried it on. I was like, why fucking not?
Yep. I wish I had that. I wish I had that ski suit when I was trying to be a snow queen. And then it ended up snowing. Because when we were in Cleveland, it was supposed to be cold. Like the weather report. And I don't love a weather report. Erin always asks me two things. Where are you staying and what's the weather? To which I always say, I don't know.
Where are you going to dinner?
So I packed clothes. Like, obviously it's going to be cold. It's Cleveland in November. Okay. And anyone that's been to Cleveland in the winter knows that wind off the lake, because the stadium is right next to Lake Erie. It is cold. It is eerie. All right. It is cold. It is windy, and it was supposed to be rainy. But I hadn't anticipated that the snow was going to come down the way it did. Like, when the before and after shots of the stadium when the game started, even at halftime, it wasn't like that to the end of the game. And it was so fun. It was probably, we were texting throughout the game, and you're like, I'm so jealous that you're working a game like this, because it was fun. And like, you feel like little kids again in the snow, and like our snowball fight after. And Jameis, I know everyone talks about it because they should. He is a national treasure. The things that come out of this guy's mouth are so great. And his love and joy of the game. And Fitz played with him in Tampa. And Fitz just talked about how this guy makes everything better. Like, in a locker room, just this infectious energy. And look, this was a team that before the win, they were 2-8. They don't have a lot to root for. They're obviously not going to make the postseason.
Right.
And to go into a game like that against a Steelers team who's rolling, who was 8-2, they had won 6 straight, like this whole thing. And so it was just like a really fun game for a lot of different reasons. Obviously not if you're a Steelers fan, but it reminded me that like someone like Jameis can come in, and attitude is everything. That you can like change how people feel about things, even if you're not having the year that you want. So kudos to Jameis and how adorable you are. So yeah.
Can I say that about the TNF pre-halftime and post-game show? You guys, if you think of any pregame desk to sit there and do that post-game with the elements, with Jameis, it was so fitting and so perfect. You guys ran out and did that. I was looking at the pictures the next morning like a 5-year-old. Just, I couldn't get enough of the photos of it. I couldn't get enough of you guys doing, sliding, slip and slides. I was such a proud friend. You looked so perfect. I know you said you weren't dressed appropriately or whatever. I thought you looked like a little snow queen. Yeah, I saw your little pants getting wet. It was so cute, but it was so much fun. I am in love with your crew that you have. Like I've said, I feel like I'm a part of it.
You are a part of it.
Just because from you, all friends. And the pictures were amazing. Okay, this is what I was worried about the whole broadcast though. How is everybody getting home? This looks very dangerous to drive in.
Well, this is again why Jameis is so great. Whit asked him to go do Snow Angels, and he's like, yeah, let's go do it. As he points to the crowd, he's like, okay, everyone drive home safely now. Like, what quarterback in the National Football League is pointing to the audience and making sure that they're getting home safely? Adorable. How did we get home? I mean, it was okay. Like, it was
the fans and stuff. Those conditions were very tricky.
You're a weather woman. I mean, you understand. But no, there's some games that are just better than others. Because the game was also great. So like,
great.
At first, everyone, because you know how this goes. We're in the green room, and at this point, we're prepping to like interview. We're like, okay, ask for Russell on the desk.
Yeah,
these are what we're going to talk about in post game. The Steelers are going to win, and then it's like, wait a minute, redirect. Not the case, but all right.
Can I do a real quick, speaking of players and interviewing and all that, a little shout out to Josh Jacobs, 3 touchdowns yesterday. He, free agent signing by the Green Bay Packers, came over from the Vegas Raiders. Don't know if a lot of you know about his story. He's had a tough life, lived in a car at one point of his life, lived in 15 different places. Just a guy that really made a lot out of himself from coming from a really tough background. And those are the stories that we all love to, people we love to cheer for, and the stories that you read and stuff as you're prepping for these guys. A gorgeous smile. Seems like a great dude. Talking to Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. They fucking love this guy. And listen, he came in for a guy in Aaron Jones that entire community and organization loved. Still loved. The day I saw he wasn't going back there hurt my heart. Josh Jacobs is a fucking baller. And those guys say that when he is going up against defenders, he talks more shit than they've ever heard in their lives. That.
And he wouldn't tell you. I want to know what he says.
I know, trying. But he would. There were so many missed tackles yesterday by San Francisco. They had their own thing to deal with, and he was finding all these holes. And what a cool story for him. Like, to come to Vegas, And obviously Vegas is Vegas, but Green Bay is the royalty part, the upper echelon of the NFL. And for him to come there and fill in for Aaron Jones and pick up right where he left off and do other things as well. It's amazing. And I'm so happy for him and so happy he's wearing my dad's favorite team colors. So he's a great dude.
I love it. And as you're saying all that, I couldn't help but think of another running back who has moved from one team to another and absolutely lost his damn mind. You mentioned Josh had 3 touchdowns yesterday. You have Saquon Barkley, who himself rushed for 260 yards.
Go ahead,
260 yards.
Like, he's such a sweet man,
over 300 total scrimmage yards. Like, I'm like, this guy. And so the last non-quarterback to win an MVP was Adrian Peterson back in 2012. And I'm sorry, but Saquon Barkley, the year that this guy is having, when you talk, I know that most MVPs always go to a quarterback, and I can understand why. You can easily argue it's the hardest position in sports other than, I don't know, I guess sometimes people say pitcher in baseball. I say a quarterback, but maybe I'm biased because covering the league. Anyways, Saquon Barkley is a freaking beast and a game changer, and good for freaking him, where it's like good just getting in the right situation. Jalen Hurts, there was like this shot of him on the sideline and the smile that he had when Saquon went off for his first 70-yard run. And it was just like, hey, I got an idea. Hand off the ball and the dude does the rest. Like, as a quarterback, you're like, well, that makes my job fucking easy. It was awesome to watch. But anyways,
go ahead, Saquon. You deserve every bit of it. And I have a couple of Giants fans that I work very closely with at Fox on our crew, and they're just like, good for him. Good for freaking him.
Yep. The league is awesome. A lot of different, it looked like yesterday, like Kansas City was going to lose, but then of course you give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and you're just always like, find a way. But if you're a Panthers fan, you can appreciate, we were talking today on our Amazon call, because we've got Kansas City and the Raiders for our Black Friday game. And when you talk about, I mentioned, when you're on a team like the Browns who aren't going to make the postseason, and you just kind of like, what are you playing for? Like the Raiders, for example, and what they're going through. It's like, this is their Super Bowl. Like, trying to knock off the team that's on the top. So watching the Panthers yesterday, show up, you got to remember too, like, obviously we go to work, but there's no score being kept for our performance every single week, except for when we're hard on ourselves. But you know what I mean? Like, imagine having to show up every single week and know that your season's over, but you still got to show up and play hard. So I respect those guys a lot. All right. So you're in Dallas for your Thanksgiving game. I've never worked a Thanksgiving game. Obviously, Black Friday is a tradition that started with Amazon last year. So I get the day after Thanksgiving. But what is it like working a game on Thanksgiving, other than obviously with the negatives? It's like, oh, I want to be home. But everyone's watching. It's like those I don't know, just traditional games.
Yeah. It'll be interesting this year because obviously these teams are into, they haven't had the best of years. And yeah, I know it's their job and everything, but also I'm thinking about our meetings tomorrow with them. Those are tough meetings because it's like, all right, we have to speak with Brian Dable. We have to speak with Mike McCarthy. I love both of those guys a lot. And you feel bad. You just feel so bad, but they also have a job to do. Coach McCarthy would be the first person to say, don't feel bad. This is our job. Listen, it's still the Giants and the Cowboys. Everybody's going to watch. It's going to be super fun. Hate being away from my family, but I'm with my work family, and we are going to have a great night. None of us can get out, so we're all going to do a big Thanksgiving back at our hotel. We did that a couple years ago in Dallas, where all our families came in. This year, our families are not going to come in. One of our family members is going to come and join us. Our old family member, Troy Aikman's going to come, so we're all really excited about that.
Love that.
I even tried to maybe think of taking a cue from the Thursday Night Football crew, and I wanted to get a karaoke machine when things got really thankful and crazy. But Dean Blandino is not going to be with us and made us promise we wouldn't do it without him. What's your karaoke song?
Cher. I have 2. Bonnie Raitt, Let's Give Him Something to Talk About, and Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time.
Wow. Okay.
Or,
I think I would do Fast Car. Because I think like the chorus, everybody would be like, hey,
a little Tracy Chapman.
That's what I feel like it would be like in my, Anyways, so and then we'll all leave Friday a little hungover and dehydrated and get home and have the weekend off, which is going to be really fun.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm excited.
And watch you.
Yeah, Black Friday. It's a fun new tradition. The day after Thanksgiving football game. First time to Kansas City this year. I don't know if Taylor's going to be there, but I'm going to be looking and see if she's there.
She'll be there.
I may linger in a weird way in the halls, hoping to see her come in on her golf cart.
Kylie Kelsey got a podcast. She'll probably be there. That's so cool.
I know. Shout out to Kylie Kelsey.
She's great.
Who is a dream. We loved her before we got a chance to meet her when we were in London, but she is as advertised. She's what you see is what you get. And and by the way, also congratulations to Kylie and Jason Kelsey on having a baby. She's pregnant with their fourth girl. And all I could think about was her because she is just so like normal and down to earth, like getting whether it was the ultrasound, results or whatever it was that revealed that she was having a girl. Like I would have loved to see what her face was. 4 girls.
She's great with that great skin and hair.
What?
Well, I said she's great with that great skin and hair.
No, and the jawline. Have we seen the jawline? Makeup. I'm the one that's having to go get a neck surgery. This girl's jawline is like cutting me from across the room. It's so sharp.
I'm the one that's pulling the turtleneck up. Hi, Jordan Love. Yeah, I just wanted to know what your keys are for the second half of the season.
Don't take a picture of me from the profile. It has the weird, happy Thanksgiving jowls or turkey goblet. How about me calling the plastic surgeon today? Hey, just wondering if that neck surgery was still available for after February. Yeah, thanks. Give me a call back.
Don't book it when we're going to go away. Hey, you know what I was telling Jordan Love I wanted to bring up on our podcast, and I meant to do it last time. I've realized there's certain guys in the league, I have to say their full name, and it's really obnoxious. It's like I saw a post game with he and I a couple weeks ago, he and I, whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. Grammar. And I was like, Jordan Love.
Country grammar.
You don't have to say his full name. It's Jordan. And he was so sweet. He goes, well, maybe people won't know who I am if you just say Jordan.
Come on.
Yes, we will.
Do I say people's full name?
I say Josh Allen, Jordan Love. Like I can't say those two names like normal. I think I said Josh Jacobs yesterday too. Stop. Just say their first name. When I sat down with Matt LaFleur, I go, Coach, and he goes, it's Matt. And I go,
oh, see, I would say coach. No, I'd say coach. I do it to Jimmy Johnson. I was saying goodbye to the guys yesterday in the green room, and I was like, all right, coach, I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Like, I don't call him Jimmy. Disrespectful.
No, I call coach. Yeah. I think I call all coaches coach. I feel like that's a very, if you've worked in college. I don't know why. I feel like that, I don't know. Because I feel like in college, you don't call people their first names. You just say coach.
I'm trying to think, did I say coach? I don't know. No, yeah, it's coach. I would never be like,
Yeah.
Tom
that
Izzo?
Was so funny.
No,
I never say Izzo or Tom. It's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 'tis the season. Did you guys put your tree? Oh, you've been busy. You don't have time.
What? Our tree's up. Jared did it this weekend. Yeah. It's not decorated, but he put our tree up.
Cute. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm into that. I got to tell you, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to. My shopping is
holy fuck.
Okay, you know what though? The last time.
How are you knocking it out? Online or are you going?
I'm going to tell you. So last podcast, I was leaving to go do some shopping. Steve's like, oh, I'll go with you. And I was like, oh, no, you don't have to go with me. Like, I didn't know what he was going to be like as the Christmas shopper. I've never went Christmas shopping with him. But I'm like, he's so great. Fine, you can come with me. We're in one store. He goes, so what are we looking for in here? And I go, I don't know what we're looking for in here. We're just going to look around. And like, if something catches my eye, because these are the people I need to get something for. Like,
where are you going? Where are you going for this store?
So I started in a so I could go Neiman's, I can go Barney's, I can go down.
Where are you?
Reed, Bev, Will, Rodeo Drive. I can.
You're at Rodeo?
Not like I'm affording Rodeo, but there's some like little shops in between there that are not astronomical, like in price. Like you can find, or at least like
good at this.
No, I don't want to go to the mall, and it's like I want to go to department stores because then we've got all the people. We can do kids, we can do men, we can do women.
Yeah.
Like okay, so I start there. We're first fucking store. Neiman Marcus. He's like, so what are we looking for in here? And I was like, hey, I got an idea. Trying to be positive. Hey, why don't you go to the men's section? You look around, you see if you like anything up there for someone you know in your life. He goes, no,
I need a hoodie for Andrew Whitworth. Go see if you can find one.
I'm just going to stay with you. No, I don't want you to stay with me. Now we're looking around. Now I pick up something. He goes, whoa, those are so expensive. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need you monitoring what I'm spending money on. First of all, this is my money. When he's like, we don't need to spend that. I was like, did I miss the part that your name's on this credit card? I missed that part. So now he's lecturing me on what I'm buying, how long it's going to take. And then he sits down in the freaking couch thing. And all he's doing is making it seem like he just can't, like, I'm taking forever. And I go, fine, forget it. Let's just go. And he's like, oh, were you mad? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I'm annoyed. I never asked you to come. You said you were going to come. So next time, if you want to come shopping with me, you don't ask questions. You don't ask who, what, where, when, why, and how much. Sit down, shut up, or go. There's a bar in here. Go to the restaurant, get yourself a drink. And if I show up with 25 bags, you don't need to ask who these are all for. No.
Are you getting these wrapped at the store? Wrapped at the store?
Oh, yeah. I hate wrapping. I hate it. I don't want, first of all, I get that it's extra effort and like it's all nice to unwrap something. No, it's not. First of all, this is wasteful, and I'm not like, oh, we can't waste everything because it's nice to have, whatever. But I'm like, no, we don't need to have all the wrapping paper and we're just throwing that away. No. So yes, I need them to I need them to put it in a box, a reusable box or a bag. Sometimes I'm just tempted to just give the person the bag, like the shopping bag.
Oh, yeah.
Not even like get a fancy, although going back to shopping, when I got rid of the baggage, as in him, and put him in a car, and I kept on my merry way, okay?
You made him leave?
Well, no, I said, we'll go to the restaurant. We ended up having dinner. Then we went home the next day.
You guys are cute.
I knocked it out. But I've been on the Etsy tip. I'm making moves. I'm making moves on Etsy. Wait till you see the amount of shit that I've gotten back off Etsy. You will be like, Charissa, this is crazy. The amount of personalized Mac items that I got are out of control. No, but it's more fun to buy like little things, like a little sweater that says Mac than it is,
They're so sweet. Hey, can I ask our listeners out there if you guys have any great ideas, Christmas ideas for grandparents? Oh. I mean, I'm looking, I'm Googling, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to find some real thoughtful grandparent gift ideas.
Oh my God, I just realized I don't have any more grandparents.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't mean to bring it down like that.
No, that's okay. I just realized, I was like, well, yeah,
wow,
my grandparents.
I'm
I was like,
sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Hurry, I'm trying to think of something else. I'm going to tell you about... I just realized that. What are your New Year's resolutions that you're starting early this year?
No, I just realized that. I was like, oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
No, not at all. That's just weird. I haven't thought about that. Well, 4 less presents to buy. No, I'm kidding. Is your house on fire, Clark? By the way, my grandma would like that joke. Jude's, are you up there? Anyways,
she died 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago. Grandparent gifts.
Isn't she dead? Yes. Good.
Exactly. By the way, that's father of the bride. For those of you not at home keeping track, I don't know. Grandparents, they like anything personal. I like anything personal too. Hey, you and I should put a budget on our gifts because we get excessive in these years. We don't need to be spending money on each other like that.
I know. I have one gift I want to get you. You're just Charissa is one of the most thoughtful people. And she's such a bitch because I know she has less time than I do. And then she shows up at your house with like this gorgeous basket with all these thoughtful things that I'm still running around town.
First of all, that's completely false.
Cute, fluffy Birkenstocks that everybody loves.
You showed up.
My $1,700 candle.
Nope. Nope.
Bahamas.
Bullshit. You showed up in the Bahamas with a massive beach bag for me.
Yeah, you got me a Prada bag. I felt like an asshole. I'm like, here's your fun beach bag. You're like, who needs a beach bag?
You're stupid. By the way, the amount of money that you spent on the supplies in the bag,
shut up,
might as well have equaled that. No, I think that putting thought into gifts, especially as we get older, and like if you really want something, you're going to go buy it. If I want something, I'm going to go buy it. I think thoughtfulness, like putting time and effort into gifts, is all that I want. Okay, you know what else we need to discuss? We have some dissension in a conversation that you and I had on this podcast.
Oh, I thought you meant between you and I was like, no,
never. You were telling a story about a guy that was getting a bee in his bonnet, as you always referred to, was getting a little annoyed at you for being on the phone because you were on the phone with me while you were ordering a smoothie.
Yeah.
So some of the responses that we got I'm going to call you out.
They were
the Builder
hateful.
6'3". Kind of rude for you to be on the phone in line and very petty to respond to him after you ordered. Well, Bob, we're responding to you. Also, Nev Tango, get off the phone. Disrespectful. And also, Dr. Wood, people who are yammering, first of all, yammering is amazing. People who are yammering on the phone in line are annoying. Sorry. Those are the responses. So
listen, I agree with all of these comments and concerns. I agree. I'll be honest with you. I'm not yammering. I am speaking quietly, whispering in my hand because I'm talking about everyone. I'm fucking throwing everyone under the bus, and I don't want the people in Bristol Farms to hear about it. So I'm like, and then so-and-so did this, and did you see this? So I'm not yammering. I'm whisper yammering. I'm going to say this. If I can't do that with a little whisper to my friend in the line, while I can do 5 things at once because I do that on the sidelines. I do it at home. Not well, but I can do it. I don't need to be sitting next to Jack Black, Mr. Magoo, whoever you are in 3C today that is on, we're delayed in O'Hare or on the O'Hare like tarmac. I don't need to be sitting next to Jeremy, whoever you are, and you're on a full Zoom with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. You want to know why I know? He's right next to me and he's like, and Ed, I can speak. And Ed, this litigation's going to be really tough. I'm going to tell Sydney next week, he better go with Jeremy to do this. I was listening to this shit for 20 minutes. There was no whispering. There was no even like trying to be like this. It was a full blown, I'm in the board meeting. At one point I thought to myself, I'm still a little tipsy from the night before or morning before. I almost did this, poked my head into the Zoom and was like, hi, Ed. Hi, Jeremy. I think you guys should go ahead with that litigation. I trust this company. You guys seem to know what you're doing. Oh, great bookcase behind you. Because I'm fucking over his shoulder listening. Because you've given me no choice.
You're not in a line at Bristol Farms that's moving and only 3 deep. You're stuck on a plane for how long? Okay, so here's what I got to say about this phone etiquette thing. There's a few simple rules. It's all about, to your point, the octave level. Who says you can't be on a phone in a line? You can do that. Just talk quietly like a normal person and also be aware that the line is moving. If you're delaying the line, if you're doing other things and now we're all at a deficit because you're not paying attention, no, that's not acceptable. But you've kept the line moving. You're on the phone in a quiet, speaking whisper voice. That's fine. What I don't need is you FaceTiming without the AirPods in and yelling. Did Timmy get his bath? No, but you got to check. He only likes the dinosaur pajamas. No, did you get the dinosaur pajamas? And now the dad's yelling in the background. I understand that Timmy needs a bath, okay? I understand that all these things need to happen. But do we have to do it on FaceTime when everyone's around watching Timmy? Now, we're also making sure that everyone's hearing the respondent, the father on the other end. Yeah, I got it, Cindy. It's like, okay, well, you know what? We don't all need to be included in these conversations.
I give your marriage 10 months.
Yeah, it's just like, there's just like basic, simple phone etiquette that everyone has lost their mind with. So bring the octave down. If you want to do a FaceTime call, go stand over in the corner. You don't need everyone to be a part of it. And I don't think we need to be taking our Zoom calls on the plane. I get that we all have work to do, but can't you be like, hey, I'm gonna take this one to the text so I don't interrupt everyone else around me?
I listen, I'm sure I got to clean up my act a little bit. There's no denying it. It's week 12. I've probably gotten a little sloppy.
Here and there, but aren't you like, I feel like you're very aware of things.
I thought it was. And I feel like I've let America down. So I will take responsibility and say, I got to clean up my act, and I'll wait to yammer until I'm in the car.
Not the yammer.
But Jeremy next to me with the 6 people Zoom about the litigation is fucking horse shit. Go ahead.
How about people losing their shit on me when I'm like about the do not disturb? People don't need to be available to you all the time. No,
it's Andrew Whitworth. He's your brother. Yes, he does.
I didn't say they need to be available all the time. First of all, I don't want you to be available all the time. You know what I don't like? These devices. That's why I'm out on the ranch, goddammit. I don't even want to. I'll send a goddamn telegram or I'll send a pigeon to deliver the fucking message. But when I need to ask you a question about
Remember when we said we weren't cussing anymore?
Well, fuck that. Which reminds me, I'm going to stop swearing as much because I don't think it's ladylike, but it brings up, it begs the question, as they say, when people have New Year's resolutions and it's like, oh, I'm going to stop doing this, or I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or I'm going to do whatever the New Year's resolution. I got an idea. Why don't you start the New Year's resolution now in November?
Okay.
And so then that way you already got a jump start on all these things. I don't know what my resolutions are yet, but I'm going to start them very similar to like, I'm putting the tree up early. I'm getting the shopping done early.
Yeah.
I'm doing resolutions early. Because then I don't have this panic of like, well, I said I was going to do this and I haven't done it yet. I'm really trying to get on top, like be on top of this, you know?
I'm interested.
Well, I'll keep you posted on what the resolutions are. I really want it to be something that I can follow through with. I asked Steve the other day, I was like, we need to make a list of things to do for date night that aren't just like go to dinner. Like, let's go to a cooking class. Let's go to a pottery class. Let's go do like something like that. I don't know if any of these things will happen, but I don't want to just be like, oh, dinner every time.
We did do dinner the other night as a date night. We had failed miserably as a family to have a good dinner night, like on a Monday last week. And it was just bad. Mac wasn't interested. We were so excited. We went to a sushi place. The big kid boat came and we're like, ooh, he's going to crush his edamame. He's going to love it. Nope. Had a massive stomach ache, blew out his diaper. Great. Left. So I went and I did the first leg of the Green Bay trip, came back, and then I came back so we could all go to dinner and like go to the pier and walk up and down the pier lighting and all that kind of stuff.
Cute.
He crushed dinner. It was such a great night. He went into the little creamery. He got a baby shark toy that was lighting up. He was so happy. He was on the pier looking at the lights. He went to dinner and he crushed it. Like he sat in his high chair. He's waving. He's clapping to people. We sent you the picture. He was so full.
He was.
Jared's like getting competitive with the table next to us because the kid's on an iPad and another kid's screaming and the mom's like, oh my God, your kid is so good. And Jared's like, yeah, he is, isn't he? I was like, shut the fuck up. 5 days ago, he was screaming at izakaya. No, it's just a good night. It was a great
night. By the way,
night.
That's really good. That's a whole bit right there, is getting competitive with other parents. It's like Max like coloring like all perfect. The other kid's like, rah! You're like, my kid like, rules.
Look at that kid. Look at that kid. I was like, do I have to remind you about Monday? Monday, he was an animal. I mean, now it looks like he ate an animal. God, I'll tell you what you don't realize you appreciate until it happens. A waiter or waitress that has a kid. Because this guy's like, let me get something for you. What do you want? You want a rigatoni, a spinach, a pasta? What do you want for this kid? And then we're like, for dessert, he's like, I got you. Pistachio ice cream with like some berries. It's coming. And we're like, Jared's like, I'm going to give this guy a good tip.
Good tip.
Wow.
What's the, why, what do you mean?
I like a Pat McAfee clap. Like, I just really love his clap.
Yeah, he does the whole move off to the side.
Yeah, he's great.
He's so good.
He's great.
He is
good for him.
All of it.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him, indeed. Hey, we love having headlines here and there that catch our attention. Ryan, our wonderful producer, throws them in front of us, and we see which ones we like. These two stood out to Erin and I. First one, if you use these common text abbreviations, there's big downside you could regret. Sending abbreviations in text messages is second nature to many people, with the abbreviations for laugh out loud or be right back among the many that are exchanged. But those instinctive responses can make you seem insincere, a new study found. You know, I don't even need the study.
I also think it makes you seem dumb.
Ding, ding, ding. I don't need the study. If you can't just send an emoji. The LOL, there's something about the LOL or the BRB that makes me feel like a child. There's enough things that I do that are immature on some capacity. I'm not writing BRB or shaking my head, SMH. I'm like, no, come on.
Here's the other thing. The people that use the LOL do it so much that I'm like, you can't be laughing at everything.
That's true.
Like, stop laughing. It's not funny. The other night, I got so serious to someone on our crew. He was laughing. I go, you laugh one more time, I'm going to punch you in the face. Like, I was joking, but everybody's like, whoa. And I was like, no, but it's not funny. It's not funny. So no, I got another LOLing.
I got another one because we got a lot of text chains circling around here. And the people that are on this text chain will know exactly what I'm talking about. I won't name names, but there's someone in the text group that always throws out the thing that like, it's not funny. But then the rest of the group feels like they got a ha or they got an exclamation point or they got a heart it. No. But it's like, I I say, I'm not doing it. I said it. I go, stop hearting or ha-haing or exclamation pointing, because now it's encouraging the bad behavior. Leave it alone. Have no response. Yeah. And then the person's going to get insecure, like, oh, no one's laughing. Yeah, because it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Not exciting, or it's not to be hearted. Stop encouraging the bad behavior. Not everything has to have a ha-ha.
I got to find out what texting this is and who it is. I got a couple ideas.
And now the phone, this is why people do not disturb, because the phone's going off every 5 seconds and I look and it's just exclamation point on something that doesn't deserve the exclamation point. So anywho.
Oh boy.
Don't text us, You'll
LOL. LOL BRB. I think it's Airbnb. What the fuck? Okay, I love this one. It's near and dear to my heart. LOL. Oh, yeah. This DFW, Dallas Fort Worth airport, was ranked number 1 in the United States, according to this report. I'm about to select, copy, and send to a text chain I have with my homies on my crew. According to a ranking by Bet Us, TGI Fridays at DFW Airport has claimed the number 1 spot among airport bars in the United States. Abso-freaking-lutely it has. I have I have visited that bar 1 million times. Yeah. And they've never done me wrong. I love them. I saw one time somebody have video of that bar. I saw Cole, what's his name? Country singer. Shoot. Anyways, Kane Brown. I saw Kane Brown in there one time. Brown? Anyways, I saw a video where somebody was in there and a naked man walked by. And I sent it to my group text and I was like, what's going on at the DFW?
You saw a video that someone took of TGI Fridays at DFW.
They were sitting there and some naked man walked by. I'm like, what's going on? That's our airport.
People have lost their
I'm going to be there Wednesday.
Is that naked cowboy still in Times Square?
I don't know.
Is that a thing? Oh,
why is my alarm going off?
The podcast is over.
Oh my God. This was my alarm from it's supposed to be this morning. I did 4:40 p.m. instead of a.m.
Well, how'd you wake up?
I don't know. I didn't go to bed.
Because you didn't sleep.
No, I'm kidding.
I already knew. By the way, I haven't woken up to that alarm. And it did go off at 4:40 a.m. one time. Hey now.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure. It is a gift to be with you once a week. I love you. Get some rest. Happy Thanksgiving.
I gotta go figure out what I'm wearing.
SMH, BRB, LOL.
LOL.
F you.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.